Good morning. We are going live at 9 a.m. Nicola, let me know if you can't hear me. Nicola is here today and she is the moderator. Don't forget to like the live and also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. You can post your questions in the live, or you can also call 718-502-9137. We are going to be starting at 9, and pursuant to my radio time schedule, we are going to be ending at 10. So we will start at 9 o'clock. Don't forget to let me know where you're listening from. And if you have any questions, you can text it at 718-502-9137. You can also post it in the live this morning. So it is now 8:59. So we'll give it one more minute and then we will in fact start the live. So let me know where you're listening from. I see that we have 6 people so far joining us. You can let us know which city you are listening from. You could post it in the live as well. All right, so we have a few more seconds and then we will begin this morning. All right, so just close out. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. Good morning. I am Antoinette Osborne, and you are listening to Legally Speaking with me, attorney Antoinette Osborne. If you have any questions this morning, you can call in at 718-502-9137. You can also text your questions to that number at 718-502 9137. And also to make an appointment with the office, the telephone number to call is 718-502-9137. You can also put your question in the live. Nicola is here this morning and she is the moderator. Please let us know where in the live where you are listening from. All right, so this morning we're going to focus on immigration. I know last week we had focused a little bit on prenups, as I wanted people to protect assets that they have had, they have worked hard for, and which can, even though starting out as separate property, could be considered marital, and how you're losing it in a divorce. So that was our focus last week. This week, I am going to be talking about immigration and just providing the community with information. As everyone knows, this program is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice, you can contact me, Antoinette Osborne, at 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. The office focuses on divorce, immigration, bankruptcy, real estate, and estate matters. We also do eviction proceedings. There is a second office in Jamaica, West Indies, if you are looking to buy or sell property in Jamaica, or if you are looking to wrap up an estate. Now, this morning, I wanted to focus on the green card holder status. When you do your interviews outside of the country and you're doing what is called consular processing, so anyone who is filing for a relative outside of the country, you are undergoing what is called consular processing. And this is why, where you fall in a preference category, such as the adult child of a US citizen, or you are the spouse of a green card holder, the child under 21 of a green card holder, or you are the adult child of a green card holder, or whether or not you are a sibling or you are a married child, you engage in what is called consular processing. And this is why, when you're here in the United States, you are not able to get a work permit where your relative files for you and you are in the United States, because they are processing you as if you are outside of the country. So when your adult children come and they want to remain here, I'm going to encourage you, discourage them from that. The problem is that anyone who is not able or does not have the ability to adjust status, you're going to have to go outside of the country. And the difficulty is your interviews are scheduled outside. The problem is, if you are not able to get a waiver, you are stuck. So you have wasted all these years. Anyone knows that if you are the adult child of a US citizen, you're looking at approximately 8 years. So you're here, you're staying for 8 years, and you don't get a work permit. And it behoves you, I would think. No one wants to just sit, wait, and all this time you're waiting, you think you can pick up here. No. Unless you're what is referred to as 245I, this does not apply to you. You are going to need a waiver. And a waiver is not one of the easiest things to get, because it requires proving extreme hardship to your qualifying relative. And not everybody can jump this hurdle. Now, for people who are outside of the country and you have been approved at the embassy, I am going to caution you, even though you're approved at the embassy, until they let you in at the airport, that is, until you clear CBP, you are not a green card holder. So you may have gone to the embassy, you may have interviewed, and your case is approved. You got that package, you're able to pick it up from the couriers, and you have bought your ticket. Sometimes they give you up to 6 months to leave. Sometimes you do not get that. So it is so important, having gone to the embassy, that you look at the visa that is stamped in your passport and look at the duration of the visa. People like to assume things, and for those of you who listen to your village lawyer, I'm going to advise you, do not do so. It's your life, it's your document. Open that passport, look in the passport, see how much time they have given you. Good morning, Debbie. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. You're listening to Attorney Antoinette Osborne, and you're listening to Legally Speaking with me. This morning, we're focusing on immigration. Last week we had focused on prenups and divorces. This morning, we are discussing the green card, and when it is that, if you're coming outside of the country, that you actually become a green card holder. So for those of you who, your relatives, they are coming from outside, they've gone to the embassy, the interview went well, and they've booked their ticket, they have arrived at the airport, they now have to go through CBP. The fact that the embassy has approved them, until they clear CBP, they are not a green card holder. So, and I'll tell you what happened to one of my clients. Personally, I don't like long distance relationship. It is not something that I would encourage, but I understand the difficulty for people who are seeking spouses, that this is not really the place that you pick up a spouse. Culturally, sometimes The cultural differences are such that you can't align yourself with these people. It is such that your value system is different, your ethics are different, and all right. So, Debbie and June, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Don't forget to let us know where you are listening from. So I don't blame anybody who they're going to engage in a long distance relationship. The attitude of people here, it's different. It is a total different ball game. So me not blame nobody who you decide say you nah pick up anybody right here in the United States. You're going to your home country or you're just going to another country because you want a partner where their value system, their goals, what they have set for themselves in order to achieve certain things, it aligns with your value. So sometimes people are engaging in long distance. Probably they have met someone here, they have tried, it didn't work out. So they engage in consular processing, right? Because sometimes your own countrymen here, the value system does not align because the values that they had from back home, they did not take it here with them. So for those of you who you are engaging in a long distance relationship, I would encourage you, and I'll tell you this. I have seen clients where 10 years they are in a long distance relationship. I don't understand that, but hey, that's people think 10 years, 5 years, they are married and they're doing a long distance relationship. Me personally, how me see it is you're not sure. You are making sure that this person is really the person for you. So you don't put in paperwork right away. That's fine. But you have to ensure your spouse is ready for that interview when they go to the embassy because up to the officer why want to know why you take so long to file. And I had a client where, we had discussed, it was me, her, and her husband, and we just went over why it is that he took so long to file. Anyway, so she went to the embassy and she said, Antoinette, I went to the embassy, she did our interview, it went well, and it did not come up. But as a reminder, you're not a green card holder till you clear CBP. And in entering the country, when she reached CBP, there was a second interview with CBP because the CBP officer wanted to know why is it that her husband took so long to file for her. So I just want to encourage until you clear CBP and until CBP lets you in the country, you are not a green card holder. For those of you who you are coming from outside of the country, you're going through CBP. So when CBP admits you into the country and they clear you, that is when you are now admitted. And what you will find is when you get the green card, the date where it says resident since is actually the day that you entered in the country and you cleared CBP. So the fact that you went to the embassy and you were approved, that does not clear you for the green card. You have to come in, you have to pass through the immigration officer, and they have to approve you. So just tuning in, please don't forget to like the live. Please don't forget to share the live. And I am going to encourage you, please also subscribe to the channel. If you have a question this morning, you can post it in the live. You can also text your question. And Once again, you can call in at 718-502-9137. Please let us know where you are listening from, which city you are listening from. Now, for those of you who you have been accorded the status of a green card holder, and this could either be on a basis of a conditional permanent residence where your spouse files for you and you got the green card where your marriage is less than 2 years, or as an investor, you have established a less than 2 year filing. So for those of you, you get a conditional card. For your spouses who it is close to their anniversary to enter the country, and if they waited probably like another week or two and it is permissible by the visa that they have received, I'm going to encourage you, tell them wait until the 2 year anniversary passes, then they buy their ticket and come, because that will allow them to get the 10-year green card. Remember, your residency starts the day you enter into the country and you have been allowed into the country by CBP. So, how is it that you can lose this green card? If immigration decides that they are going to rescind your green card, then that is how you can lose your status. You can also lose your status if you end up in removal proceedings and an immigration judge orders you removed. And one of the last ways that you can lose your status is if it is that you decided, because some people, they don't like living here for some reason. I have a sister, she never liked it here and she just wanted to go home. I encouraged her, of course, get your citizenship first, because as a citizen, you can be outside of the country for whatever time period that you want. And I encouraged her. Not everyone likes it here. I have clients who they've gotten their citizenship, because personally in life, I don't think you should close a door. That's my view, right? You may come here, the hustle, the bustle, the constant, sometimes uphill battles that you will face here, especially when you are from the islands and everything is no problem. We're so easygoing. You come here and it's a rat race. And if it's not something that you can get used to, then what you find is people become frustrated and they want to go home to their home country. So anyone who wants to go home, for some people, they don't care. I have had clients who they came here, they didn't like it, and they went back home. And but they went back home as a green card holder. Then they're in their home country after a few years, they're not making it. So now they want to come back. But what some of them did, they abandoned their green card holder status. And when you abandon your status, your people have to file for you again. You can always give up your status by filing the required immigration form and you surrender your green card at the embassy. So that is the way how you would abandon your status. Some people, they go ahead, they abandon their status and then them go home and a problem. Yeah. So they're home and the frustration of that they faced in being here, when them go home, it's even worse. And having abandoned the card, for some people, they have the ability to get refiled. For the problem is, dependent on the class that you fall in, then some people are waiting years to come back into the country. And this is why I'm going to encourage you, don't close the door. You are tired, you're frustrated here. And for some people, they have retired and they have been a green card holder status in that status for quite some time. They have worked, they're putting their hours, invested in their retirement, invested in social security, and them just want to go home. For those people, I'm going to encourage you, ensure that you file for your citizenship before you leave. Because what happens is when you leave as a green card holder and you are out of the country, and I'll tell you this, for anyone who is a green card holder and you're out of the country for 6 months, there is a presumption that you have abandoned your status. If you are out of the country for more than a year, that's it. And it is really at the discretion of CBP to let you in. For some of you that are out for more than a year, you can either take the risk of booking a flight and coming, but I'll tell you this, you are at the risk of CBP deciding that they may let you in the country, but then they issue a notice to appear in immigration court. Good morning, Pauline. Good morning from Clifton, New Jersey. Yeah, it is up to them whether or not they are going to let you in. As one CBP officer said, he doesn't even care if you're a US citizen. Until he lets you into the country, you remain outside. Yeah. The fact that you are a US citizen is not an automatic right that they are going to let you back into the country. You have US citizens who have been deemed terrorists. They're citizens, but they have to pass through CBP. If coming through CBP sees them on a list that them can't enter, guess what? They are not going to get in. But for those of you who, especially for those of you who are retired, yeah, and you want to go back home, some people have built some beautiful homes in their home country. If it is that you want to return to your home country, ensure that you have your citizenship. Yeah. So in order of termination, you can lose the green card if immigration decides they are going to rescind your status. If it is that you end up in removal proceedings, one of the ways is if they realize that there's an underlying fraud in your application when you got the green card, or as a green card holder, you have committed certain crimes that causes you to be deportable. So these are some of the ways where the judge, yeah, can decide that they are going to make a removal order against you. So for those of you who are green card holders or you don't even have your green card, I'm going to encourage you remain on the right side of the law. It's kind of tough where, for some people, they have worked hard for this card and then they go and they commit a crime where unfortunately they're now in removal proceedings. So green card holders especially, I had one client, I'll never forget this girl, a client from Trinidad. After we were finished in removal in deportation court, and she went and she got her citizenship and she was so happy. She said, Antoinette, is long time I want to beat a girl. So with the citizenship now, yeah, this gave her avenue. I'm not going to encourage violence against anyone, but I'll tell you this. When you get your citizenship and you have committed a crime, if you're from the Bronx, you're going nowhere but back to the Bronx. It's different for green card holders. Yeah. One of the first things when you engage in your master calendar in immigration court, the judge wants to know which country are we designating for the immigrant. Yeah. Cause them ready for send you home. So this is why I'm going to encourage you. You're here. Some people are here in this country 20, 30 years, 10, 15 years, and guess what? No papers. Especially in the 90s. The 90s was an era. You're on the avenue, you're on White Plains Road, you're in certain parts of Brooklyn. Enough police interaction in terms of convictions for marijuana. One of the things is, and I'm yet to find anyone who has actually gone in with an immigrant with these new dispositions, which say that they have been vacated, expunged, because this is the drawback for me, right? Regardless that disposition says that crime has been vacated, on that same disposition, because it's not like they're issuing new dispositions, on that same disposition, you're going to see that the person pled guilty to the crime. And one of the difficulties is immigration is not just bounded by your disposition. So if it is that it is clear in the record that you pled guilty to the crime, as long as you pled guilty to the elements of the crime, that's a conviction for them. So me personally, I'm not taking anybody in with these new dispositions because marijuana is still a controlled substance for the feds. So, boy, master, me I gotta wait till somebody else take it in, then me see what happen. But for all of my clients, I'm not moving. Me want to see somebody take them in with this disposition and then see what happened. Yeah, because on that disposition, when you look on it and you take it up, me see the good pled guilty. Ooh, no, you. Mm-mm. Good morning, Debbie. Yeah. Who? Mm-mm. Morning, Amarildo. Yeah. Where? Ooh, I gotta take you in with that. No, sir. Mm-mm. 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 No. For you people who have been accorded with a green card for a 2 year period, yeah? I want to remind you, don't forget, within the last 90 days, don't forget to remove the conditions, yeah? Your failure to do so, ICE is under a mandate 90 days after, then I receive an application to remove the condition, to put your file in removal proceedings. And I'll tell anyone, it's always better to be applying for that green card outside of deportation than when you are in immigration court. It's rough because now it is that you have the government attorney, they are going to do their due diligence, and they are not, it's not like you're just at USCIS, and if it get denied, yeah, if it gets denied, then guess what? You just reapply. When you're in a court and your case get denied, that's an order of removal against you. And I'll tell anyone, it is always best to be applying for that green card outside of court than in court. So just tuning in, you are listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne. If you have a question this morning, you are more than welcome to call in at 718 502 9137. Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share the live as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All right. So, for those of you who have your 2 year green card, your status can get terminated. And this is where I like to refer to it as calling. Some of you wanna keep some friends. Let's get real. Some of you wanna keep some friends where it's better if you did keep your enemy so closer to you and tell your enemy your business. For some people, they are doing well when they don't have paperwork, right? And your own friend who has papers sometimes is not doing as well as you. So guess what? You get a call in. One of the most horrendous things that can occur in an immigrant's life is if they end up in removal proceedings and there is absolutely no avenue for them to get paperwork in America. Yeah? I want to encourage you, not every aspect of your business, your life, you have to share with people, right? I think one of the things, if you want to disclose such information, because for some of you, it is your own family members who are seeking your demise. You have people where it is their own spouse. And this just amazes me because you have to be careful when you pick up people and you're unequally yoked. Yeah? One of the most dangerous things is the enemy that you are fighting resides in your house. The most dangerous spouse is a spouse that's living under the same roof against you, and they are plotting against you. Me personally, it amazes me where people are married for years and they have the ability to apply for legal status in this country. And one of the saddest thing, their spouse is the one who can accord them such privilege. And they're in that house for 5, 6, going on, even 2, 3 years. And your spouse is not filing for you. Me, personally, I think a marriage is a partnership. It's not just about love, but it is an economic partnership. And some of you will realize the economics of this if you unfortunately ever get into a divorce. But when you're in that house and you have such an insecure, because for you to be in a house with someone and they don't want to see your growth, yeah? For you to be in a house with someone and they have the ability to file for you, and then they decide that they are not going to put through your immigration paperwork, me personally, I would leave you. How is it that you're supposed to build together as a couple? Because unless you want me to be a deadbeat in this house, where me just a cock up my foot and me not help you do nothing, me not help you pay a bill, yeah? Your spouse doesn't have that peace of mind that they can live freely in this country. And yet still you have the ability to bless them. And you have decided that you are not going to. And it amazes me. People remain in these relationships in a hope and anticipation. And sometimes it is that spouse who have no papers. They're the breadwinner. So imagine if they're hustling like this without papers. Imagine when you bless them with papers. But then you're so insecure that the only thing on your mind is, if it is that they are able to get paperwork, that they're going to leave you. I don't know. My thoughts are different. Yeah? First of all, me and you can't reside in the same house and you not work. Yeah? You have to understand a person and take them from them circumstances. Yeah? I grew up in a home where I saw both my parents working. Now, gold spoon never deliver right, yes, sir. So, both parents are hustling because I have children to feed. Let's be real about this. Yet still, your partner who has the ability to bring in a decent income, because of your fear and your insecurity that they are going to leave you, you absolutely refuse to file for them. Me not understand. And ladies who are watching this, I hope this is not you, because you should not have a grown man in your house, yeah, and he's not working. That makes absolutely no sense, that you have adult people in your home and they're not contributing. Oh, am I in you? Oh, am I in you, sir? Let me tell you something. You see, this a slackness, yeah, because you know, in your home country, you have to go work, you have to go look it, big man. So righteous and nobody, what, me a fat and foul for mongoose? No, I will not subscribe to them sanky there. Ladies, I'm going to encourage you. You file for your husbands. You should have a conversation. And that conversation should actually be held prior to filing, so that they know that when they get here, you can rest off for a week. But anybody who is in a marriage, one of the things that you should have a discussion is with regards to your bill. Because righteous or no, the partnership, I'm going to show you the partnership. A righteous or the partnership I come. These are the bills that we have in our home, right? So we have rent or we have mortgage. We have light, water, food, yeah? Whatever bills you have, car payment, insurance, you should have a tally. And it doesn't make sense to me that two people are in a home, yeah, and one decides that they are not going to be contributing. Personally, me, is a serious girl, me that get up and leave you. But some people entertain this nonsense. Men who are bringing women here, because this does not also go for the women. Unless you are making such a sizable sum and you decide that you want your wife to be a homemaker, I'm going to caution you. You see, the day you're in a divorce proceedings, you're going to keep her in the lifestyle that she has grown accustomed to. Personally, I think working, having a job, allows you to build certain characteristics. It allows you to just get certain dignities. Because I don't think you should be in a home and just because you can't contribute for you're going to get style. Trust me. You're in that house, you are not contributing a dime, you're going to get style. I'm going to tell anybody this, Miss Girl, I don't take styling. Yeah, man. Yeah, you want to see a different side of me? Come with the styling. I'm nobody's Michelle Obama. I will meet you where you're at. And young ladies, I'm telling you, you see this styling because you're now work and this sufferation. I think one of the things coming out of a domestic violence home was my mother ensured that we were all in a position to stand on our feet. So, first of all, anybody who know me knows that sometimes I one string I hold me up. So, yeah, it would chip on you. There's nothing. I grew up, when I was growing up in Portmore, if the women did not go to work, they had a side hustle. Whether or not someone was doing dressmaking or someone was baking, there was always a hustle. Because you have to have your own money. I don't understand this handout, man. Mr. Girl, I like my own money. Yes. No, sir. The only person I'm going to ask we ask some money for. It's my father, and I have not done that since I graduated from college. I am no longer his responsibility. Him don't do what I'm supposed to do. So when you take people and you decide you're going to file for them, you're bringing them in a home, right? A home that you have built prior to you filing for them. We don't have a conversation that this is how the house going to run and this is how the bills are going to get paid. And this is why some of you have the 2-year card. When you get the 2-year card, some of you get frightened. And then the true colors come up. But I want telling you, say, the 2-year card don't make you reach nowhere in our life. Some people think them, you don't reach nowhere. Me not care where you hear the barber shop. Me not care what the village lawyer tell. Hey, my sister. Me not care what the Igwe in the village tell you. The 2-year card means nothing. And this is why some of your spouses, when you decide that you're going to show who you really are and show your true colors, they are not proceeding with you. They not care how you beg and plead. This is not what they have signed up for. Yeah. And some of your spouses are going to leave. They're not going to be filing any paperwork with you. So for those of you, you get the 2-year card, humble yourself. Some of you don't know humility. If humility come up right now and shut your box, you still don't see humility. Yeah? I will tell you this though. This country, this place is the greatest humbler. I don't care what nobody wants. I don't care how you hype. You say, once you reach America, this is a place that will humble you. So just tuning in, you are, hi KK, good morning. Hi Michelle. This is a place. I don't care how you hype. I don't care what you have. This is a place where wrap you up like a sandwich and humble you. So for those of you with a 2-year green card, watch your step. Because for some of you, your spouse is not going to proceed and they're not going to put in another paperwork for you. Yeah. So for those of you in that position, I would have sincerely hoped that you are keeping the documents on your marriage. And before you decide you're going to even put in paperwork, watch your spouse. Some of your spouses, they don't want to build with you. They have no goals with you, no aspirations that they are going to build and improve their marriage. I think one of the things as a couple, once you start achieving together, one of the things that you should be looking to do is you probably want to get a house. You don't have to buy a big house. Who you impress? No, some is a girl, me not believe in the impress. Me take my head and my gun. Nobody not there to impress you. You can buy one little co-op together. You can buy a little corner. You don't have to start out big. But you have certain goals you want to achieve. Some of you with these people, they don't want to open a joint bank account. They're not putting you on their employee benefits. Them have health insurance. Them couldn't care if you're dead. So they're not getting a health insurance. What not do with them people, yeah? No, sir. Some people are not going to build with you. And I'm going to encourage you before you go ahead and you decide that you are going to go and marry someone, try and ensure that your values align and that you have the same goals, yeah, and aspirations in life. It's truly sad that you go and you start to build. And some of you be very careful because some people are just coming in to see what it is that they can take from you, what it is that they can achieve, how it is that they can use you. For those people, be very careful how you're building because the longer you stay in those relationships, you're creating economic rights in your spouse. Yeah. Now, for those of you who you've lost your green cards, if you've lost it, I'm going to encourage you, make sure you do a police report. You don't have to, But the reason I'm going to encourage you to do that is if someone uses your paperwork illegally, you have that police report as far as you're concerned that was lost. So you have nothing to do with that. Yeah. For if you're looking to renew or replace a lost or a stolen card, your receipt notice provides you with an extension of your status. So you can take that receipt notice, you can walk with the green card, and you can show your job or anyone who is seeking proof of legal status. One of the issues is some people take long, and I'll tell you this, a lot of people with criminal convictions are very fearful to renew their green cards. But what I have found is they have their convictions and they're renewing their green cards, and the card come and ICE doesn't come. Now, this is not a guarantee. I'm just speaking about what I have experienced. It doesn't mean you put in for your renewal application and then a tear down your door massa with for your criminal status. But I'll show you where the danger is. One of the dangers is where you put in your citizenship. And anybody with a criminal history, it is unwise. If you have a criminal history and you did not go and consult with an attorney as to whether or not you are removable. Yeah? For those of you who are just tuning in, you can post your question in the live. You can also call in at 718-502-9137 to have your question answered. And don't forget, it is the same number in the week. Good morning, Melanie from Mount Vernon. I'm telling you something. You don't know about nobody. You know, for me old age, yeah? No, sir. Me don't want to chat to police. Yeah. And I'm gonna encourage one of the most, I'll never forget my client. She said, Antoinette, she and her husband in a casket. Yeah? Pick up this man. And sometimes this story is so often played out, it becomes a scratch record. Pick up this man, help him get a job, him in the union, I get him big, nice, clean benefits, making twice what she's earning. Some nights, she there home, the man not come home, huh? No, sir. Me personally, me in a house, and my husband don't come home. Me already a draft my summons and complaint. Yeah, where I get a divorce. Where did the hospital? No, so whichever girl you did that. You gotta go back and I gotta make sure you get a permanent placement. Anyway, it's a dry foot man. He not come home certain times. When him come home, let me tell you something. You see, anytime your spouse signs somebody new upon you, hey, my sister, is this not fire under your feet? Yeah, man. So when them find somebody new, anything, me not care what you want to do in that house, you don't good again. So one night about 2:00 in the morning, yeah. Come know if your job done at 6:00. 2:00 in the morning. It's a dry foot boy, I come push door and I come in. Where you go? Yeah, man, so she couldn't take it no more, man. Try, you know, we're going to the island, man. You know, say a real up thing this right you know. 2:00 in the morning, she decides that she go get to him. And she go on upon the boy, yeah, man. She chuck up and she go on up here. You know I go, you know. Yeah. You know what time it is. Yeah. And she decides that she go in her face and I chuck the boy in her face. Hey, I would tell her if you do that. Why not call police, panner? What's that? Yeah, the boy called police, panner. What a way you bright, sir? Yeah. She said, Antoinette, one of the most humiliating things you can ever encounter in your life is when a police officer said, put your hands behind your back. You mean say this a dry foot boy when in the back home I ride bicycle, nothing na go on and me bring you right here, sir. Yeah? Me bill you from nothing. Come now. Talk truth. Me bill you from nothing. So till you earn twice what me I earn. Yeah? Yeah, man. Big order protection to get kicked out our own house. Yeah, man. Them something they bite. Me don't know about nobody else. Me? No, sir. Mm-mm. Them something they bite. All right, so a text message coming. Let's see what they are saying. All right, so good morning. I hear lawyers saying people can get their papers with emergency parole. Is it true? Can you speak on that? All right, so here's the thing. In order to adjust your status, you would have to either be admitted or paroled. However, it is not every parole that causes you to get an adjustment of status. If it is when you are entering the country, CBP decides that they are going to parole you in, then depending on the type of parole you have, then yes, you can be able to adjust your status as the statute requires you to be admitted or paroled. So for people who have been paroled, if they have someone to file for them, it's not because they get paroled into the country that can apply for the status themselves. No. If they have a petitioner who is able to file for them, then yeah, they would be able to adjust. So Archibald, good morning. Says, thank you very much for your service. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Archibald. Yeah, so not every parole. Yeah. All right. For those of you who your green card has expired and it has expired for some time, I am going to encourage you after you have put in, because your green card can expire 10 years now. You are still a green card holder. Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to apply to renew the green card, whether it expired 10 years, whether it expired 20 years, as long as you never surrender that green card and abandon it, as long as an immigration judge did not order you deported, right? Or as long as USCIS did not rescind your green card, then yes, you can have been, your green card had expired 10, 15, 30 years. You are always able to renew your green card. So for those of you where the extension that is accorded with the green card, after adding that extension back to the expiration date of the green card, you are still showing that you have no status, right? Because some on a green card expire from a whoppy kill fill up. Yeah. Anyway, for you, I'm going to recommend that you make an appointment for what is called an ADIT stamp. That's ADIT stamp, right? Make an appointment for an ADIT stamp, and they will actually stamp in your passport a 1-year extension, and you can use this to prove to your employer you still have status. You can also use it to travel. Some people have not traveled in years. For people who have criminal history, and certain criminal history that is going to cause you to be deportable, do not travel. Me not pretty up nothing for you. You're here, nobody not see you. What people fail to understand is when you go outside of the country and you are looking to come back in. All right, Nicola is saying, good morning, Vida. All right. When you are coming back outside of the country, see this little computer? Hey, I think the worst thing an officer could have done is, cause me swear them not like attorneys at immigration. Me going with my clients, so me with my enough bright self, right? Cause usually 3 chairs. So me with my bright self go put myself beside my client. The man put me right beside him, kiss me teeth. And the best thing the man could have ever do. You send the man that go up on the screen, and me see say the whole lot of people them life. Yeah, you think this is a game? Me say them whole life. Me say, box. What is every application that you have ever made? Hey, Massa, hey, this is not a game, and I don't want you to take this lightly. Yeah, I want serious application. This. For those of you with your cards and it's expired and you have the ability to file for your citizenship, yeah, there's nothing that good because filing a citizenship can, remember, this is a deeper search. Me swear, is a deeper search. Sometimes things them never find when you're filing for the green card. Is any file for that citizenship? Dog me and me supper if there's something to find and then find it. Yeah? Because immediately you are have an active case, and if it is that they find something that makes you deportable, yeah, backside, straight to court. 1, 2, 3, boop, 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 boop. Straight. Yeah? So for those of you who you have a criminal record, yeah, I've had clients come in. What? You want to apply for what? You're mad no backside. With who? Over office? No, you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We're not that hungry right here, so. Mm-mm. Not me. Me not do it. Go to somebody else. Me not do it. All right, you know, me see your life. All right, you know, not even Christ can help you. Mm? So probably Christ sent it to me for tell you, say, don't put it in. I can't make it simpler. Don't put it in. Yeah, it's serious like that. Yeah. Some people like to take legal direction from everybody but an attorney. I'll never forget this man came into my office and he said that he worked for the fire department. What? And this was in another state. Somebody say, hold on there. Because it's a certain government job. Certain government job. You know, no papers in America. Certain government job require you to be citizen. Brother, hold there one sec. Yeah. I'm just decide to me I go Google the requirements to get into this job. Must be over 18. Must have lived in the state. Must be a US citizen. You think I got put in no green card for you? Yeah? You have a legitimate social security number. Them I go see when, cause regardless of what you want, tell them, you know, make we get real. Them I go search you. So when them done see your history and what you think the fire department I got do? Them get one government to government. Yeah, your file go and get turned over. Yeah, me not ask Christ. Your file I gotta get turned over. Who? Me. For help you buy a one-way ticket back to your home country? Mm-mm. Not me. I know the streets out there. Me no want my name, don't call me. Don't call my name in a certain story. My cross like that. Don't do it. Yeah. So I can't put in an application for you. Yeah, me not care say your daughter a citizen and she over 21. Me not put it in go to somebody else. Oh, just put the scene so I can get the work permit. No. No. Because the buck doesn't stop there. And when they have your information, yeah, me not care say you not got the interview. Worse when you never got the interview these days. After the Trump administration, when the case get denied, your file is supposed to be sent for removal. Who for put that in, sir? So you can sing for my name? No. Too old in a life for this backside foolishness now. A blessings where I look at this age. Hello? No. Just tuning in, you are listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne. We have just a minute into the program. Don't forget, if you wish to make an appointment during the week, you can call 718-502-9137. Thank you for joining us this Sunday morning. We are here on Sundays live at 9 a.m. If you wish to make an appointment, you can call in at 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. Island people live good. Yeah, family time is important. I don't care what's going on at your job. Sometimes we work with some crisis people, no sir. Yeah. And I'll tell you this, young people, when you go to your jobs and you see somebody there for like 20, 30 years, that's a testament to someone who's strong enough to go through hell. Because when you work at a place, and especially you're at a job and you get a fight, yeah, it's rough. All right, so it is 10 o'clock. I want to wish everyone a happy Sunday, a blessed Sunday, and ensure live good with your family. All right, take care. Bye.